Hey guys, here's the new 450. I just picked this up this morning. Someone painted it red. It's definitely yellow underneath that red, but somebody gave it a red paint job. The guy had it running when I got it this morning. I just towed it home. And let's take a look at under the hood. So we got the Onan. Everything under here looks original. It's got the original fuel pump, the original coil. Looks like someone might have made new spark plug wires. But we got lots of toys now. Let's see. Yeah, it needs a little oil. I don't want to start it again. I'll put some oil in it first. It's right on the low area. It's missing a spring on the seat here. That ain't a big deal. It's kind of funny, but it actually looks like someone put a valve spring in there from a Model L for the seat spring. It definitely looks like a valve spring and a retainer. But this thing is complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and get some oil and fill it up a little bit, and then we'll start it up. Okay, I put some oil in it. There's no battery. I'm going to try to run it off this booster box here. There's no seat either, so that's not so cool. But it was running when I picked it up about 2 hours ago. It's got gas in it that's like 2 years old, the guy said. We could use a little bit of tuning on the car, but it runs. Missing a little bit, but I think it's going to work good to put in this one. So my next project is to take this motor off the other 450 and see if we can't get that new Onan plugged into this old tractor with the loader on it. Ambitious, huh? Yep, it's quite a little project. But that's what my goal is here. The tractor doesn't have a voltage regulator on it either. So, the stator's screwed up. Well, I don't know if the stator's screwed up, but there's no voltage regulator. So, yeah, it's running really rich. So, I can play with the carb later, but for now, it's all good. I love how an Onan idles. That's the best sound. It's got a nice muffler on it too. It drives too. It's got the electric lift on it. Oh boy, it sucks sitting on a machine with no seat. I got it in low range right now. I'm very tempted to slap a mower deck on it and mow my lawn with it because it's pretty cool. Steering sucks. It's got the old-fashioned steering, no rack and pinion. I know there's no hood, guys. I know. Where's the hood police? Yeah, I know I'm the chief of the hood police. Let's put it in high range. Second gear. Let's see, is the PTO spinning? Yep, PTO works. All the knobs are shot. Oh, son of a bitch. There's barely any gas in the gas tank, so I like how the positive freaking wire is about to hit the shifter. That's cool. Now I'll just use my rubber boot to do it. Yeah, it runs pretty good, huh guys? This thing is going to be sweet in the freaking loader. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be awesome. Hell yeah. Thing's badass, bitches. Yeah, it's stalled, I know. Come on. It's got gas in it that's 2 years old and there's only a 1/4 inch in the tank. The guy said it hadn't run for over a year. And he jump started it this morning. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with this motor. This thing's going to be sweet. So, I think what I'm going to do is drag the old 450 down to the garage and pull the motor. Yeah, this is a good spot to park it. Looks good to me. So, as you guys can see, I got a runner here, and the old 450 has no gas tank in it, so I'm going to be able to put this gas tank on it, and I should have a tractor ready to roll, which is pretty exciting to me. But it's going to be a task to get that motor off the back there, I think. A little bit of work there. It's kind of funny how neither one of them have seats on it. I find that kind of interesting. But you know, these bad boys will be going soon. I can't wait to get this thing going. It certainly is cool. Alright guys, see you. Now, taking this Onan off is not the easiest thing in the world. But theoretically there's 4 bolts to hold an engine on, right? How hard could that be? I'm draining the oil. But there's this big bracket here for the hydraulics. And I don't know if this is homemade or this is factory, but it basically bolts onto the frame over here. I'm going to have to unbolt that from the frame. And you see this little issue here. The muffler is around that pipe, so you know, I'm thinking that I think I can unbolt the hydraulic pump. I might have to pull the pulley off the pump to get it off that thing there. But I think that I either have to take the exhaust manifold off, or unhook a hydraulic line, or take the pump off. So you just can't get all this crap around here. Even if I disconnect this up here, I can unplug the engine from the machine, but I won't be able to move it more than 2 inches because the hydraulics is hooked up to it. So unless I can pull this whole gizmo out from under the muffler, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do, that's really my only choice there, is that I could swivel that whole piece under the muffler, but it's going to hit the carburetor and everything. So I think it's inevitable that I got to remove the exhaust manifold, and that's not really what I was hoping to be doing right now, because I'm fearing that those bolts are all going to snap off, and that would really suck. I don't want to trash this engine. I was hoping that it could be rebuildable, and for now I want to keep it intact as much as I can. So get out some tools and see what we can do here. Well, I tried to take off the first bolt on the exhaust manifold and it snapped off. So what I'm going to be doing here is taking the whole intake manifold off, which has the exhaust attached to it. So there were just two bolts here that hold the whole intake on. So that whole thing is loose now. So all I got to do is unhook the fuel line and a couple wires here, and I should be able to hopefully get this stuff, get the engine out, and we'll see. So I'm sitting here unbolting the motor and I hear this air noise. What the heck's that? I'm not sitting on an air line. I just hit the valve stem with my leg and it broke it in half. So the tire's deflating. So I better hurry up and get this thing out. Well, I got the motor out and discovered another problem. Look at how shot these gears are. I can take that gear and move it a lot, like either there's no key in it or the keyway's totally trashed. Now, if I look over here at the actual planetary, the ring gear is pretty decent. The ring gear is good, but the planetary orbit gear is a shot ski. So, good thing I happen to have a freshly rebuilt one sitting in my garage. So anyways, I was able to unhook the pump from the bracket, and now this piece here can come right out without too much effort. So I guess what I got to do now is roll the other 450 over here and pull the motor off that one and drop it in here. So this is kind of a crazy project, but again, it's pretty cool. I spilled a little oil, which is not cool, but sometimes you can't avoid that stuff. So anyways, got the Onan out. It seems sacrilegious to pull the motor out of a machine that I was just driving around the yard, but hey, that's what you gotta do sometimes, right? And we'll dissect this thing at a later time, but for now, we just want to get these motors swapped out. So that's the new 450. That's the old one. I think I do have to take this exhaust manifold off. You see how this one comes out the side? That's where the hydraulic pump is, so that's not going to work on the new motor. And if we go back, well, I was able to get the muffler off the new tractor. The guy had anti-seize compound on there. But the old one, not so lucky. I got two snapped off studs, and the other side worked fine. Now on my 817, the studs on this right side are also snapped. I wonder if the right side runs hotter or something, but anyways, let's pull this engine off the new one. Now, someone's had this motor out before. They put black Permatex in there, or sorry, blue Permatex. It's not even a gasket. So the planetary in this one is loose also. The ring gear is pretty decent. But this is the old tractor again. This one has a pretty decent ring gear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to yank this planetary out of here, and I'm going to put one of my rebuilt ones in there. And then I got a gasket, so we'll scrape off that old gasket and get a nice new gasket on there and slap it together. See what happens. Now I don't know anything about the wiring in this tractor. I'm assuming that the key switch is shot and all that crap is shot. But we'll find out. Yeah, we'll put a little blue cement on there, and then we got a nice new gasket here to plop on. I just use the cement so that it holds the gasket in place until I can get everything set up in the right positions. I'm just going to take a bolt here and make sure that all the holes are accessible. Looks pretty good to me. So what I'm going to do now is, by the way, I got the rebuilt planetary in here, and I'm going to take the Onan now and roll it into place, and hopefully I can hook it up. Well, it's almost done. I just got to get the pulley hooked up for the pump here, and a choke cable and a fuel line, and it will be done. So it's pretty exciting. Looks like it's got the wrong spark plugs in it too. Someone put in some little shorties, RJ19s. Pretty sure it should have an H10C. So, looking good. I got the pump on, so I had to take off the shroud to do it. Well, I had the whole tractor ready to roll and hit the key switch and there's nothing. So I looked at it, and there's this wacky key switch in there. It's got this extra terminal up here, and none of the other terminals are marked. So I decided to get a different key switch, which is out of another machine. That actually was from the other 430, which is just a normal 5-prong switch that's labeled. I have a feeling that the switch that they had in there is broken. I got the continuity tester on it, and I can't get it to do anything. So I'm going to attempt to put this other switch on there, and we'll see if I can get it to go. I got 12 volts right to the starter, and I basically just got to hook up the key switch and see if I can get the thing energized. Well, guys, it works. Pretty sweet. I got 3 flat tires out of 4, and the steering, the kingpins are frozen, so it won't even turn, but it will move. Hell yeah, it moves. Flat tires and all. There's some kind of thing, piece of PTO shaft stuck on there. And it's just freaking going around in a circle like a lathe. Pretty funny. The headlight switch is stuck on. It won't move, it's totally frozen. So the headlights are on. Got some ghetto wire in here, but look. All this crap that I just put together. This wire over here just is running outside of the frame going to the solenoid. Pretty funny. But it seems like every tractor I get needs to be rewired. They're all wired wrong, which is very annoying, but seems to be the pattern these days. So I'm going to shut her off, and I got a bunch of crap I got to clean up over here. Can't see it, but I got tools, speedy dry, oil, all kinds of crap all over the place. But yeah, it's running pretty good, you know? I'm pretty happy. The choke cable's screwed up, so I'm gonna have to probably put a different cable on there. Anyways, not bad, huh guys? Turn it off. Nice little engine.